Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here with Addy and Nora, and we're going to demonstrate all the obedience commands your little girls learned here at school. But first we're going to introduce the training equipment. Nora's got a standard 6-foot web training leash, and she keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in her right hand, which leaves her left hand free to make a correction. And the only correction we give here at school is a little tug and release on the training equipment, and Addy has been fitted with her very own training collar that she's going to go home with. Now, as you'll notice, she is seated very nicely at Nora's left, which is where all the training starts and stops. And the first command we're going to demonstrate is heeling. Heeling is properly walking on the leash, and the command is Addy heel. Now, at this point, she's got a job to do, and that's to stay even with your left leg, no forging ahead, no lagging behind. So she should adjust to your pace. Whenever Nora stops, Addy's been trained to automatically sit and wait for her next command. You'll notice that when she sat, she looked right up at Nora, had really nice eye contact, and was waiting for that next command, and they took off heeling. You can throw in about turns, right turns, left turns. You can change pace with Addy. And again, whenever you stop, she should automatically sit and wait for that next command. Now, the next command we're going to give her is the sit-stay. The sit-stay is a hand and a voice command. Use your left open palm a couple inches from her muzzle, and the one-word firm command to stay. Now, practice these commands at home. You can work indoors as well as outdoors, but it's important to practice in a distraction-free environment in the very beginning. Nora walks all the way around Addy. She gets back to heel position, gets praised for doing a good job, and they take off heeling. Now, with your stationary commands, the sit-stay, start off at about 1 minute or so, working up to 3 minutes, and with your down-stay, start off at 1 or 2 minutes, working up to 5 minutes. But take your time getting to those marks. Nora puts Addy in another sit-stay. Again, has her hold this. Instead of returning back to Addy, Nora's showing you the recall or the come-on command. Addy's been trained to come back to you and sit very nicely. And then they go back to heel position. Gets lots of praise, and they take off heeling again. You'll notice Nora's left hand is all the way down at the end of that leash. You don't want to give Addy too much slack or too much freedom. Nice automatic sit. We're going to show you that sit-stay one more time. Again, left open palm and the one-word firm command to stay.
Addy, come.
We're going to call her out of that. Again, her job is to come back to you and sit. That's a good girl. Then Nora gets her back to heel position. Very good. And everything always starts and stops with Addy right there on your left. And then they take off heeling again. Practice these commands every day at home. Keep your training sessions relatively short, 10 or 15 minutes.
Down.
Now the next command we're going to show you is going to be the down command.
Stay.
Again, left open palm, push it towards the ground, and the one-word firm command to down. If she doesn't do it, you may have seen Nora give a little gentle tug towards the ground just to encourage Addy to go down. She does know it.
Stay.
Nora's going to return back to her, again walking all the way around her is not a distraction. They stop, and then they take off heeling again. She's a very smart puppy. She's a good girl. I know she's very high energy, but this is a great outlet for that energy and for her intelligence. Nice automatic sit. We're going to show you that down again. She didn't do it, and if you didn't hear Nora, Nora said no and gave her the command again. No correction on the training equipment, just a verbal correction. You can see she's very focused, looking right at Nora. Nora calls her out of that, and Addy comes back and sits very nicely and gets praised for it. Addy goes back to heel position, and then they take off heeling again. But again, practice these commands in a distraction-free environment, whether it's in your living room, whether it's outside on a quiet day. Nice automatic sit. And then the very last command is what we call distance down, so have her seated.
Down.
In the very beginning, only go a couple feet away.
Stay.
And you can see she knows it. She's a really smart girl, like I said, but if you give her a command, it's important that she follows it.
Down. Stay.
And if she breaks a command, you got to go right back to it.
Addie, come.
There's a lot of distractions in the wind and leaves and cars, but Addie's done a really great job here at school. I'm sure you're going to be very, very proud of her and happy to see her. And we want to thank you so much for trusting us with Addie and using Nora's Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer. We'll see you soon.